So welcome to this lunchtime flow. So let's start perhaps in Supta Baddha Konasana. You'll need a little bit of lie down in the middle of the afternoon, especially the middle of the week. So as you arrive here on your mat, take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh out. Letting go and feel the body soften. Perhaps take a moment to notice where the mind is at. And bringing your awareness to your breath. Noticing the inhales and the exhales. Noticing how it feels to breathe. Conscious breathing. And these practices of awareness, which yoga is, moving meditation, is always guiding us into this present moment space. And the reason for that is that there can be a huge amount of freedom in the present moment. And often we're caught up in the past or worried about the future. The present moment offers this space, a sense of freedom from all of that. It's you and your breath. Allow yourself to savor the simplicity of them. And as the breath slows down, and the body softens, perhaps get a sense of what brings you here on the mat. And brings you here to practice. Does it feel good in the body? Does it give something mentally to you that you need? And sense that, whatever that is, guides you back to your deepest and truest essence or being. Let's take a moment now to set an intention for today's practice. And offering up your practice to someone you love, someone who needs your thoughts, your energy today. And that someone might be you. Let's hold together now. Take a deep breath in through the nose. An audible exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And if it feels good, take another one. Inhale through the nose. And sigh out. Beautiful. Using the palms to guide the thighs and knees together. Hug the knees into the chest and rock side to side. Gently massaging the low back. Beautiful. And then placing the hands at the backs of the knees. We'll rock and roll on the spine. Tailbone to shoulder blade. Tailbone to shoulder blade. Maybe 2 or 3 rocks if that feels good. If it doesn't, just make your own way to downward facing dog. Sending the hips up to the sky, bending one knee, bending the other, feeling the sensations at the backs of the legs. Maybe you sway the hips a little bit more to the sides. And see how that feels on the side body, muscles in between the shoulder blades. And notice if you push the palms down into the mat, spreading the fingers wider. As you push down, you notice the lengthening through the spine. You notice the hips lifting a little bit higher. Taking one more full breath here. Exhale. And then inhale, coming into plank position. And lowering the knees to the floor, finding all fours. And start to lift through the tailbone. And lifting the gaze forwards. So cow-like with the spine, this big smile. As you exhale, start with the tailbone, tucking the tailbone down. Vertebrae by vertebrae, we round through the spine. Holding the chin to the chest. So really pushing the floor away here. Really parting the shoulder blades. And starting at the tailbone, inhale, start to lift up through the tailbone. And dropping the belly, the ribs, the chest. And then lifting the gaze forwards, draw the shoulder blades down, the spine and together. And as exhale, tailbone down. Again, beginning at the tailbone, see how that feels in the lower back, middle back, upper back. Shoulder blades coming apart, dropping the chin to the chest. Inhale. Once more, tailbone goes up. Belly down. Maybe you close the eyes just and notice tuning into the sensations a little bit more. And exhale, tailbone down, rounding through the spine. Chin to chest. Wonderful. And then inhale, now find neutral. Take the knees just a little bit further back. Or maybe the palms go forward. Shift the shoulders in line with the wrists. The knees are quite far back. They're not quite that all four tabletop. Wrap the elbows back, squeeze the buttocks and start to lower the thighs, the hips, the belly, the chest, and the forehead comes down to the mat. Inhale to lift up. Maybe cobra here, pushing the floor away, squeeze the buttocks, pull belly button towards the spine. See if you lift up a little bit higher, push the tops of the feet into the mat. Exhale, lower down. We'll go twice more, just like that. Inhale to lift up. Notice the muscles in the back body lifting the chest off the floor. And exhale, melting the heart back down. One final time. Inhale, feeling the chest, a few ribs. Maybe the belly button. And then exhale, melting the heart back down. From here, we push the floor away, come up onto the knees, sink the hips to the heels, take child's pose. Really push the palms of the fingertips down into the mat, sinking the hips deeper into the heels. That's it. Just taking one more breath here. Inhale, we'll come back to an all fours position. That's it. So all fours, this time shoulders in line with the wrists and hips in line with the knees. And ground down to the right palm. Inhale, left arm floats up to the sky. And then as you exhale, take the left arm through to the right hand side, dropping that right shoulder, left shoulder down, left ear, maybe to the left side of the temple. Option to keep that right hand in front of the face or creep the right hand forwards. That's it. Maybe you'd like to take the right hand behind you, either to the sacrum or to grab the top of the left thigh. That's it. And see how that feels on the right shoulder. And if you have a little bit more energy in you, tuck the toes under and really push down the left knee. Maybe you start to slide the right foot back. That's it. Keep squeezing the buttocks here. Really push down those points of contact on the mat. That's the left shoulder, the left knee. Maybe the right leg wants to float up. It can absolutely not necessary. You might roll over to the left-hand side and fall out. Absolutely fine. Inhale to release. So the right knee comes back. We come out the way we came in. So right hand comes back in front of the face. Exhale to push the floor away. Inhale, right arm, left arm rather, floats up. And exhale, coming back down. And just the other side. Inhale, right arm floats up. That's it, opening to the right side. Exhale, we thread through to the left. Yeah, maybe noticing this side is a little bit different to the other. As you thread through, if you can, keep the hip in line with the knee, so avoid sinking the hip back towards the heel. The left arm can stay, or reach forwards, or reach around to grab the top of the right thigh. Tucking the toes under first, so really push down those points of contact, so yielding down into the mat here. And then maybe you slide the left foot back, the toes still on the floor. Maybe you float to pull belly button to spine. Get absolutely fine if you don't. And then inhale to come back. Releasing the left hand back down in front of the face. Exhale to push. Inhale to float the right arm back up. Twist. Exhale, right palm comes down. Beautiful. Take a moment here, or child's pose. So a moment here, you could push the floor away, rounding through the spine, find cat, or sink the hips to the heels, child's pose, or hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Just taking a few more breaths here. Just finding what feels good. And then those are doing cat pose or child's pose. And now lift the hips up to the sky, find downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, we step the right foot in between the palm, drop the back knee down, release the toe. Beautiful. Maybe you slide that back knee away, ground down to the sole of the front foot, squeeze the left buttock, inhale, reach the arms high to the sky. Option to stay here with the arms up towards the sky or bend at the elbows, palms come in prayer in between the shoulder blades. Keep squeezing the buttocks, you're lifting the chest. That's it. So sort of sending the heart forwards and up. So finding that back bend just underneath the shoulder blades. Beautiful. One more breath here. Exhale. Inhale to come back, shifting the left hip over the knee. Right hand on the right knee, left arm stays up and lean over to the right hand side. So feeling that muscle here. So here the left hip is still in line with the knee. Maybe you sink forward if you'd like to go a little bit deeper. So it might not be as deep as before. Let's just see how that feels. Keep squeezing the left buttocks. That's all. Breath. And then inhale and exhale. Left palm comes down, right arm slides up. So floats up, sorry. Maybe the left knee slides back. That's what I want to say. So here, let's take a little bit of a circle with that right arm, taking it back and up. That's it. So 3 big circles. Maybe you notice that the spine twists a little bit more as you take that right arm on. And on the final time, keep the right arm behind you. So the right arm is parallel with the floor. So squeezing the left buttocks a little bit more. Maybe bring the heel towards the buttocks. Maybe you catch hold of the foot or you just graze the heel, absolutely fine. That's it. Really keep pushing down the sole of the right foot. Push down the right big toe. Maybe your heel, maybe just reaching, you don't touch, absolutely fine. One more full breath. Exhale. Inhale to release. Exhale, we frame the front foot. Step back into plank position. And here, let's all take a floating dog instead. So keep the toes tucked under as they are in plank. Squeeze the buttocks, start to send the thighs down towards the mat. And heart goes forward. It's sort of like an up dog. But rather than on the toenails, you're on the balls of the feet and the backs of the toes. And then exhale, push the floor away. Downward facing dog. Hips up to the sky. Maybe taking a little half step forwards and down dog and see how that feels when you shorten the stance slightly. The distance between the palm and the feet. And then inhale, the left leg floats up to the sky. Left heel in between the palm, drop the back knee down, release the toe. Ground down again, take your time. Inhale, reach the arms high to the sky. An option here to bend at the elbows again. Bring the palms in between the shoulder blades. So again, elbows in or biceps in, rather than elbows out to the side. Sort of elbows forwards, that's it, and then draw it back. Or interlace the fingers behind you. Broadening through the collarbones again, lifting the heart up. Again, one might feel better than the other. Just a couple more breaths here. That's the minus. The inhale to release. Left hand on the left knee, right arm up to the sky and leaning over to the left hand side. Okay, maybe here is good. Or squeeze the right buttocks more and sink forwards. On one side again will be different. Let's see what it needs. Be gentle, be kind to the body. Taking one more full breath here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, right palm down, left arm up. Maybe you slide that right knee back. Maybe the left foot walks out to the left-hand side slightly. Pull belly button to spine and turn. Left arm comes down and around. So that 3 big circle. Oops. For 2. And for 3. And this time, keep the left arm behind you. Again, you can keep it there. Squeeze the right buttocks. Or bend into the knee, heel comes towards the buttocks. Maybe you catch the foot. Maybe you don't. Absolutely fine. And just noticing those thoughts in the mind. What you're saying to yourself here. That's it. I think when I leant down, I must have pressed something in my earpiece. Stop the music here. And then inhale to release. Sorry if you've been there a while. Exhale, left palm comes down. We frame the front foot, step back plank. Let's take that floating dog again if that feels good. Otherwise, your choice. You take high cobra or low cobra. So squeeze the buttocks here, wrap the elbows back and start to lower the thighs down, heart forwards. The sensation of the heart being pulled forwards and the thighs being pulled down. And here, if you feel comfortable, so really squeezing, really push down with the palms, start to flip the toes one by one. So flip the toes, coming down to the tops of the nails, and the other one. That's it. And then push the floor away, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Beautiful, my loves. You can take 5 breaths here in down dog, or maybe child's pose. Well done. And 2 more full breaths, wherever you are. Exhale. And inhale, coming into plank position, lowering the knees to the floor. So finding that all fours once more. Take that right leg out to the side. 3 o'clock. That's it. And then sinking the hip back to the heels. The left toe is still tucked. Left hip, left heel. 1. We'll go once more. For 2. Stretching the inner left thigh, inner right thigh. Inhale to come back up. That left foot goes over to the right side, where the right foot would be. Sit all the way back, missing the heel. That's it. Completely at the back of the mat now. That's it. And then the right hand comes on the right shin. Inhale, left arm floats up to the sky. And leaning over to the right hand side. If you can here, keep the shoulders stacked. So the body is in line above that right thigh, rather than a fold forwards. Grounding down to both sit bones. See if you can bring the left knee further down to the mat. See if that increases the stretch. That muscle in between the last rib and the top of the left hip. And then inhale slowly and making your way up. Left palm goes behind you. I don't know if you can see that. That's it. Left palm goes behind you. Push down the left palm, coming up into the left shin. Inhale, lifting up. So sort of like a mini while thing. Squeezing the bottom, so opening through the front body. Open to the side, the right side. And exhale, lower back down. That's it. So you're all this way. Pivot on the bottom, pivot on the sit bone, and we turn to face the front of the mat. That's it. Extend through the left leg. Palms behind you. You can point the toes. The palms are just a palm's distance away from the hips. Inhale, lift the chest up, broaden through the collarbones. That's it. Maybe you stay here. Option 1. Option 2, you can bend the knees, lift the hips up. Or option 3, full belly button to spine, squeeze in the thighs and lift the hips up. You can keep the rib cage in, so not quite an arch in the spine, still a neutral spine. Breathing here. One more, full breath. And the arms may shake, absolutely fine. Mine are too. And chin to chest, lowering the hips down to the mat. Bending into the knees. And just hold here for a moment. Keep the spine long, this boat pose in Navasana. And we did a lot yesterday. One more, full breath. Cross over the ankles, left over right. Heels in, and we roll back onto all fours. This time, left leg out to the side. Sink the hip, tuck the right toe on the sink hip. Inhale, back center. Exhale, forward. Inhale, coming back up. Right foot goes over to the left, we sink all the way down. So flexing at the left leg. Left hand comes on the left shin. Inhale, right arm floats down. And keep turning the chest to face that right leg, right side. Really ground down through the sit bone, especially the right one. As you can bring the right knee down towards the earth. How that feels. Does that deepen the sensation? One more full breath. Inhale, making your way up. Right hand just comes beside the right hip. Push down, inhale to come up. Opening through the left side. Inhale and exhale, lower back down. And so you're sort of pivoting on the hips again, so the legs face the front. You're facing the front, extend into the right leg. Finding the sit bones here. That's it. Be a soft bend in the knee. Inhale, reach the arms high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. If you'd like a little bit more in the hamstrings here, straighten into the legs. Maybe that means that the spine, you come up away a little bit from the thighs. The spine's a bit more neutral. If you'd like more in the lower back, then permission to bend the knees and around through the spine. Maybe the forehead rests on the knees. Decide what you need today. A couple more breaths there. And then gently now inhale, making your way up. And palms come beside the hips. I think you're at the back of the mat slightly. Push down with the palm just to shift the hips forward so you've got a bit more space behind you. The knees are bent slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. And bring the spine all the way down to the mat. Once you get there, hug the knees into the chest and rock side to side. Take a moment of gratitude for the body, all the things it does. Gratitude for you, for your patience, your dedication, your practice. Perhaps from here you go straight into your final resting pose, Shavasana. If you feel like you need a twist or something else to feel like you've completed your practice today, then go ahead and do so. Maybe happy baby or a twist. See what feels good. And changing sides if you took the twist. And coming back to center now, extending the legs out long, finding your final resting pose, Shavasana. And if it feels good, take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, letting it go. Walking the shoulder blades down the spine, increasing contact with the mat, allowing the chest to fully relax. And the toes pop open to the sides, allowing the hips to fully relax. Nodding the chin to the chest, emptying the back of the neck, and relax the jaw, relaxing the face, relaxing the whole body, releasing any pockets of holding, releasing any controlled breathing. Allowing the body to fully relax, to soften, and sinking down into the mat. Notice you're being held here by the earth beneath you, supported. You have the option to stay here for a little longer. Otherwise, begin to leave in the back. Breathing into the fingers and the toes. Inviting gentle movements into the body. Maybe you reach the arms up beside the ears and take that big stretch. And hugging the knees into the chest and rolling over to one side and taking a moment there. And taking a moment on this side, connecting with the earth beneath you, drawing all that energy in. Whenever you're ready, pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And taking a moment to notice how you feel. Thanking yourself again, making it here for practice. perhaps take a moment to set an intention for the rest of the day or for the rest of the week. Bring the palms together at the heart center. We bow head to the wise heart. Thumb knuckles to the forehead center. In gratitude to this practice and to you. Namaste. Thank you for letting me guide you through your practice today. Have a great day.